Senator Baldwin.
Thank you, Chair Murray. I hope to also get one question each for you, but starting with Ms. Gomez. Employee retirement savings have become increasingly concentrated into one of three large index funds. These big three manage money for over 63% of all employee-sponsored retirement plans. As a result, one of the big three funds is the largest shareholder in 9 out of 10 publicly traded companies in the United States, giving these funds the power to swing votes at almost every annual meeting in America. And they use workers' retirement savings to do it. Analysis of these voting records reflect that many funds vote to advance their own business interests at the expense of workers' retirements and efforts to address long-term risks like climate. I've proposed legislation in the form of the Empowers Act to allow workers to nominate and elect trustees to represent them and set proxy voting guidelines that align with their values and their inherently long-term investment strategies. So, Ms. Gomez, if confirmed, would you work with me to give workers more power, more say over their retirement savings to ensure that their fiduciaries are investing for the long term and not in their own short-term business interests?
Yes, thank you, Senator, and I really enjoyed our conversation and the various things that we discussed, and I appreciate your commitment, and I share in your commitment to support workers and their families, both in the short term with respect to health benefits and then the longer term with respect to their retirement benefits. I am understanding of the Empowers Act and how you are working through that act to allow workers to have representatives at the table, working alongside with the plan sponsor to try to manage those plans and the decisions that are made by those plans. And if I am confirmed, fortunate enough to be confirmed, I would commit to working with you and with Congress to better understand the implications of the existing rules and how the Empowers Act could play a part. And with, again, my main focus being protecting the interests of the participants and beneficiaries and making sure that we are acting in their interests with respect to all decisions, including decisions made with respect to investments. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, the Senate passed the Bipartisan Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, and it makes historic investment in building and rebuilding American roads, bridges, ports, drinking water systems, broadband, and more. In Wisconsin and elsewhere, we will need a fully trained workforce if we're going to reap the full benefits of this investment. I'm going to associate myself with the eloquent words of Senator Kaine about how the Build Back Better budget works hand in glove with that infrastructure bill. And I would also add to that the USICA, which is the U.S. Innovation and Competitiveness Act, which I think will bring more manufacturing jobs back to the United States. I've introduced legislation called the America's College Promise Act that creates a new federal-state partnership to provide 2 years tuition-free at a community or technical college, helping students get a certificate or credential, a 2-year degree, or transferable credits toward a 4-year degree. Community and technical colleges are a cornerstone of the job training ecosystem in America, and I believe that we need to include tuition-free community and technical college in the Build Back Better Act so that we can train the workers that we need to fill the jobs created by USICA and the bipartisan infrastructure bill. The Employment and Training Agency provides high-quality training to American workers through several programs. How do you view the role of community and technical colleges in this training system, and how important is it that we invest in these institutions so that they can prepare workers for the historic investments that we are planning in infrastructure and manufacturing?
Senator, thank you for your question and for your commitment to not just infrastructure, but our workforce needs that's going to help us get there. Our public workforce system is set up as a partnership between federal, state, and local, and our 1,200 community college systems, our career and technical institutes as well, are critical partners in that. I come from a community where there are strong partnerships, public-private, across institutions. I had a close working relationship with my community college when I was in the legislature. They play a critical role in tackling our local workforce needs, including apprenticeship. And I guess they'll be happy that I'm on their mailing list, because on my way out the door to catch the plane, the newsletter from my local community college was sitting right there where I have all the mail. Featured was one of the many auto tech apprenticeships coming online. Our community colleges, plural, have been really central partners in deploying all of the workforce strategies, now and in the past, whether it's trade adjustment assistance, apprenticeship. And so I do look forward to, if confirmed, working with you on those critical priorities.
Senator Murphy.